Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd do a video incorporating some stuff that I've been sent for free. Now, I've got a very small channel. I'm not on any PR lists, I'm not sponsored. But every now and again I've had a couple of packages of freebies from makeup companies as a thank you basically for doing a review. So I'm always a bit hesitant about using them because, as you know, in my disclaimer, I always say all the products were bought with my own money, blah, 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 blah. So I thought today what I would do is a review of incorporating some of these products that I've been sent for free. Then you know that actually these are not things that I bought with my own money. I am still going to be honest with you, but I still think you need to disclose it in case people think, well, she's going to say that she got it for free. Okay, so that's why I'm going to put all these things together. So I'm going to start with a product that I kind of didn't get free, but I did get free, which is Heliocare 360. And the reason I'm saying I kind of didn't and I did is because I got my first tube free from Beauty and the Boutique. They sent it me a while ago when I did a review of another product by them, and I was hooked on it. And you've heard me probably mention it before. I should have stated it before, but this was actually sent free originally. But my second tube, and that's why I didn't state it, this one has been purchased by me, so it's a repurchase. And the reason I like this is the sunscreen. It's factor 50, so it's very high protection. It protects you against UVA and UVB. But unlike other sunscreens that I've bought in the past, and I used to use Ultra Sun, and I've used one by the Body Shop as well. When you put this on, unlike other sunscreens, when you put on a very high protection SPF, it washes you out. I do put on quite a bit because of my hyperpigmentation. Now, this will make me look pale when I first put it on, but it adapts to your skin tone as it sinks in, and doesn't make you look washed out. And what I used to find with the other ones that I used was that when you use them, you basically have to kind of darken up your foundation to compensate for the fact that it's left a kind of white hue on your face. So that's why I like this. I love the smell of it. Some people hate it, but I like the smell. It's got a substance in it called Firm Block, and I have done a fuller review on this some time back, and I don't know if you can see that, but it is actually starting to adjust to my skin tone. I'm just going to give that a couple of minutes and come back so that you can see that, because you're supposed to let it sink in anyway. Okay, be right back. Okay, so I hope you've seen that that's now kind of blended in with my skin tone, and I'm not looking washed out as a result of putting it on. And it does have a slightly firming effect as well, so it's a really good SPF. So a lot of these products are from Beauty and the Boutique, but there's a couple that was sent to me by Daniel Sandler, which I'm getting onto in a minute. Okay, so next of all, I was sent this in a package for my birthday as a kind of thank you for doing reviews using our products, and happy birthday. They are very sweet and they've got really good customer service. I don't really know any other customer service team quite like them except Daniel Sandler, but slightly different. It's not his customer service, it's him. So I'll tell you about that in a minute. Okay, so this one I was sent is called Studio 10 Youth Lift Glowplexion. Now, I put this on my skin the other day. I didn't have anything else on my face, and I put it on my skin and I went, I can't repeat what I said, but it was bleep me. Okay, beginning with F. Can't repeat it because it's not my normal language, but I did. And I was doing this in the mirror. Now, I'm not sure it's going to come across on the video, but I'm just going to squeeze some in my hand. I'm going to use this as a primer. If you see on my hand, it's sort of got a bit of a, it looks a little bit like Wonder Glow, but doesn't compare. Wonder Glow does not compare to this in terms of how it looks on the skin. And when you rub it into your hands, it looks quite sort of almost glittery, but it doesn't on your skin. And it's quite firm as well. It doesn't feel too creamy. But I'm just going to try and put this on half the side of my face so that you can see this on half of my face and not the other. And I'm not sure, because when I take a picture, it doesn't kind of capture it, which is really annoying. But it just gives you that glow. Now, I'm going to put it on the other side of my face now. I absolutely love this, right? But there's only one thing I don't like about it. Just to show you I'm being totally honest, even though I got it for free. There's only 15 mils of product in this. And I just think the packaging makes it look like there's a lot more. And when I realised that, I thought, whoa, I need to go easy, because I was using it as a primer. And it's one of those things you could either use as a primer, but I would actually quite like to use this when I've hardly got any makeup on at all. I can kind of see myself using this with a bit of concealer around the bits that I want to cover up, because it just gives you this delicious glow. Makes your skin look younger, and it's got lots of things in it that are very good for skin. So it's got hyaluronic acid, which plumps up the skin. So if you've got dry skin, it's very good. It's got vitamin C, again very good antioxidant, and vitamin E, which they're really, really good, and it's paraben free. And it says it can be worn under or over foundation and mixed with body lotion for an all-over glow. I wouldn't want to mix this with body lotion for an all-over glow, because you're going to run out of it very, very quickly. And I think that most primers have got 30 mils. That's the only thing. So I'm kind of keeping this for best. Obviously, I'm showing it you today. Or the other thing that I think I might do is, if I'm using foundation, is use it the other way that Katie, who does a lot of demos on Beauty in the Boutique, shows you to kind of put it on high points of the face. Otherwise, I'm going to run out of it quite quickly, and it's not cheap. It's about £26 for 15 mils. So that's the only thing. I did look on her website today, and she's got another glowing primer called Blossom, and that's £29, but there's 30 mils in that. So I may actually try that when I run out of this and see how it compares. But yeah, I really like that. And I think if you're going for a kind of no makeup look, or you're using a very high coverage foundation, it would be really, really good to kind of, if you're using a high coverage foundation, it can often make you look flat. So if you put a very glowy primer underneath, it kind of cancels that out a bit and the glow comes through. And this would definitely come through. And you just got to trust me when I say, I'm looking in the mirror now, and when I say it's shining, it doesn't make you look sweaty shining. It just looks glowy. And it doesn't make me feel greasy either. A lot of things that are glowy often make you feel greasy, and my nose gets very greasy, but this feels quite firm and it doesn't make me feel greasy. So I do recommend this. The only downside is there's only 15 mils, which I think I'm going to use it for best. I may repurchase this, but if I did, I would keep it for best. But it is a bit of a wow when you put it on. Okay, so that's that. Right, I'm going to go and get some other products. Okay, so I'm going to show you another product that I got sent, not by Beauty in the Boutique, but by Daniel Sandler. And again, it was a kind of thank you, because I often put up pictures of me wearing his stuff. And yeah, he sent me loads of stuff to say thank you, which was really nice of him. So thank you, Daniel Sandler. Thank you, Beauty in the Boutique. So he sent me his Invisible Radiance foundation and concealer. Okay, and you saw the primer I used before, but this is it. Now, the thing about Daniel Sandler, as I think I told you last week, that his company's ethos is not about covering up skin. It is about bringing out the best of you. So he's very much a believer in skin looking like skin. Okay, so this is not going to be really high coverage foundation, but it does make your skin look really lovely. But what's great about it is in the top you have got the matching concealer with a little mirror, so that you can kind of touch up throughout the day and put under your eyes. Exactly the same colour, it's not one shade lighter. I did check that with him because my sister was interested in the concealer, and my sister's actually said it's the best concealer that she's ever used. And because she gets very, very dry under her eyes, and she finds that a lot of things kind of look a bit cakey, and she loves the look of this. So, and it's really smooth one. It's not going to kind of accentuate fine lines. So I'm going to put that on, and I'll be right back. I really should get things ready, shouldn't I? I was also sent this by Beauty in the Boutique, which is a Lab 2 Luxe face brush. And I have had my eye on this because you know I've got a similar one by Real Techniques, and I haven't opened it yet. So I thought, why not use this to put on my Daniel Sandler? So if you're not really into the natural kind of glowy look, today's tutorial may not be for you. But you know, it's Saturday. I'm probably gonna dash out to the shops once. I don't want to put loads and loads of makeup on. I just want that natural look, really. So I'm going to put this Daniel Sandler. I'm using the shade Honey. He actually chose the shade for me, and he was worried it might be too dark, and it's not. It's perfect. If anything, when I tan in the summer, it might be too light, but at the moment it's pretty nigh on perfect. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit around my eyes, even though I've also got the concealer, but I want to build it up round there because that's where you know I need more coverage. Alright, and then for the first time I'm going to try this brush. Oh, it feels lovely. It feels very silky. I can't remember what this one is priced at, but I think it's quite reasonably priced from what I can recall. But I'll put all the links below. So this brush you can get from Beauty in the Boutique. And there's a little bit of crossover here because with the Daniel Sandler stuff that I was sent, you can get the foundation from Daniel Sandler, and you can also get it from Beauty in the Boutique. So I'm going to put the things he sent me for free, I'm going to put his links. The things that Beauty in the Boutique sent me for free, I'll put their links, okay? I think that's fair. That's a way to thank them, but just letting you know. I'm not earning any commission out of, if you click on a link of mine, I'm not earning anything out of it. I just love doing what I love doing. There may come a point where I'm not earning any money and I might want to earn it, but if that's the case, then I would tell you. But you know, this is just my hobby. So I think you can see that it gives me a little bit of coverage, but it's not massive. But that's not the look I'm going for. I'm going for molten hair look by the looks of it here. But anyway, I've got hair stuck to my face. I'll be interested. I will try this brush again to try it with a sort of fuller coverage foundation, because I reckon that will blend it really, really well, where you've got high coverage one that's got a tendency to look a bit too high coverage. And then in the top I'm going to use this Daniel Sandler concealer, and I'm going to use his brush actually. Okay, now the brush I bought with my own money from his site, just letting you know again. But I do like this. It's very good at getting under the eye. I'm going to use that to put on the concealer under my eyes. After my very stark looking sculpting shade yesterday. It looked really bizarre on camera. Didn't look anything like that. It was really bizarre. You see how this brush is really good at getting into all those nooks and crannies around your eyes. So I do love this. And what the other thing that I like it for is it's very good if you, I'm going to show you. It's very good. You know, I was talking to you about outlining your brows the other day. It's very good for getting around the brow area like that. See, so you can kind of tidy up the brow area. Better do the other side now. And again, if you want to use it when you put lipstick on to go around your lip line or in your nose, where I've got a couple of broken thread veins. One of them, that one's been there for a long time. This one was recent and it really annoyed me. I bought one of these charcoal, you know those charcoal things, strips that you put on your nose, and it was so strong it really adhered, and stupidly when I went to pull it off, it was really difficult to pull off, and I should have stopped right then and wet it, but I didn't, and I pulled it and it caused a thread vein. So be very careful if you've got open pores or blackheads on your nose and you get those strips. If you have to tug too hard, wet it and take it off. It's not worth it, because to get a thread vein corrected, you're looking at getting it injected, and that costs you a lot of money. So I've now just got to cover it up. All right. And you can build up, you see, in it's just so great for getting into this little corner here. I love it. I love this brush. And again, his brushes are so reasonably priced. This was next to nothing. I think I got it in the sale for about £9. You know, and he's a really genius makeup artist. And when you compare it with brushes that other people sell, it's just, yeah, really good value as well. So check out his site. And I'm not just saying that because he sent me freebies. I don't know where that came from. Was that? No, that was not from his brush. And it wasn't from that brush. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, it might have come from that brush. I'm not sure. Anyway, so that's that. And now I'm going to set my face with some powder. Haven't got any freebie powder, but I'll be right back. Okay. I haven't got everything ready with me today. I'm just doing it on the hoof, really. So sorry about all the stopping and starting, but you won't notice it because I'll just edit it all together. Right, so I'm just putting a little bit of MAC Pro Longwear powder, waterproof powder. It's not too heavy, this either. Even though it's waterproof and it's Pro Longwear, it's actually not really thick. It's just quite a sheer one. So I can even get away with putting this under my eyes when I can't be bothered to go get my under eye powder, which I can't today. I didn't sleep very well last night at all. But hey guys, that meant I could edit my video and get it to you this morning. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit over my eyelids because they're looking a little bit oily. And that may have been just because of the glitz that I put on that primer. Right, now to the eyeshadow product. 1 second. Okay, so next I'm going to use this Daniel Sandler palette. He actually sent me 3. He's a love. He sent me far too much for what I'd done, but I really appreciate it. Thank you. So this palette is called Beyond Sunset. And here is the palette. It did crack a little bit in transit, this one, but it's fine. Just to let you know. But yeah, so that's a palette. I like this one. I just fancy something sort of browny nudie today. This is an excellent transition shadow. And I think if I was telling you the other day about getting one that's very close to your eye colour, because it helps you to blend in lines. And this one is pretty close to my eye colour. So this one will be a really good transition shade, and it will help you blend in your other shadows. And then you've got 2 shimmery shadows, and then you've got a deeper shadow. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to start off with that lighter brown and just blend it into the crease. Not using primer today, it's mid-afternoon, I don't really need it. If it washes off, it washes off. I just want no fuss makeup today. Before I go and pick my son up, have you noticed he's not making a noise in the background? He's out playing with his friend. So you can see that you kind of, it's almost, I can build it up to look a lot darker, but it will help me to blend in other shadows. And then actually, because again, I'm into no fuss, you can use a flat brush and you can wet a flat brush. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use this gold on my lid, and I'm just going to put it on with my finger, because I know some of you that watch coordination problems and you find it difficult to use brushes. So I'm just going to show you, even without wetting a brush, it's still got a really lovely gold payoff. And you can always wet your finger, by the way, if you want to do that. But I'm keeping it kind of lower key. Still pretty high key, putting gold on your lids. Okay, and then I'm going to use that darker one in the corner, as you know, to kind of build up over that hood and just give the appearance that that part of my eye is more set back. And I may just take advantage in a minute of that lighter shadow, because that has gone on pretty, not the eyeshadow's fault, my fault. I picked up too much on the brush. But I'll show you, it's good because it'll help me demonstrate how I can use the other one to blend it in. I'm being lazy today. I haven't even used a different brush. I just want a no fuss kind of look. So let me just clean the brown off that on my back of my hand and go back in with the lighter brown shade to blend that out. And it will help you to blend it out. Okay. And you can also use your fingers. So just get a little bit up there and a little bit there. Anywhere where there's a transition, and it will just take any lines away for you. So then I'm going to go back in with this one, a little bit the lighter brown, and just blend that in. I don't want to pull too much of it over because I just want that accent over there. Okay, and then I'm going to use my fingers because I can't be bothered to go and get clean brushes. X, Y, Z. And then get the excess off that brush, go back in with the brown and use it to blend out any harsh edges. Okay, I can clean that up later because I've gone out a little bit too much, but I'll clean that up with a makeup wipe. Just go whoop like that, just there. Okay. Now I'm going to have to use, now I've just got this was the other thing I was going to show you. Now this is from Beauty in the Boutique. It wasn't sent to me, I bought this. It's a little set and I wanted to try it because I think it's very good for people, possibly very good for people that have got coordination difficulties, because the brush is at an angle, so it really helps you to put it on rather than a straight brush where you're sort of at a funny angle. It just gives you a bit more leverage. Now it came in a set with this, and what you do with this is that this can turn any of your eyeshadows into a liner. So I thought I'd try this on the Daniel Sandler and put I'm going to try it with the lighter brown. No, let me try it with the darker brown. I'm going to try it with the darker brown. I could always use the grey, but that's shimmery. No, I'm going to use it on the darker brown today. I'm being a bit conservative. So what you do is you drop one drop onto your eyeshadow, and I can assure you it doesn't ruin your eyeshadow. It dries down and you can use it again as an eyeshadow a couple of minutes later. And you just then mix that one little drop. It's funny, it sits on the top like a kind of, I can't show it you now because it will just run down, but it's sitting like a ball on top of the eyeshadow, and you kind of mix it in with the eyeshadow, and it will then turn that eyeshadow into an eyeliner for you. Now I'm just going to mix some on the back of my hand to check that I've got the kind of right consistency that I want, and it just makes it so easy, and you don't have to go out and buy another eyeliner. You can have a brown eyeliner, a blue eyeliner, a grey eyeliner. You can have whatever colour you want just from having that bottle of liquid. So that was from Beauty and the Boutique. I will put all the links below. I'm not winging it for the same reason I never wing it, because it looks daft. As they say up north, my mum was from the north, looks daft. Although she was from the Wirral, so she didn't quite say it like that. It does make it easier. It's still, it depends on how difficult you find putting liner on, but the other thing is you can see what you're doing as you're putting it on, because it's not getting in the way of your eye. And I'm going to put a tiny bit below, just the remnants of what's on the brush, and I'm just going to take it to the middle and stop. Because if I take it all the way in, it's going to make my eyes look smaller, and I don't want that. Okay, and try and link it up with the top line. I think that will do. Now that will dry out in a while. You'll see there's a kind of blob sitting there, and it will just dry out and your eyeshadow will be ready to use again. So, hope you like that little tip. Right, and the last little product, I don't want to be editing for ages, so I'm just going to show you this, and then I will put on the rest of my look and then come back and say goodbye and tell you what I used, okay? The last product, I've got lots of these, but this one was sent to me for free, and this one is called, it's a Daniel Sandler watercolour blush. This one is called Glow. Now this shade is exclusive to Beauty and the Boutique. Okay, but you can get these on, you can get certain shades on Beauty and the Boutique, and you can get certain shades on Daniel Sandler's website, depending on what you want. Beauty and the Boutique don't do all his shades, but they do one shade that he doesn't do because it's exclusive. So I'm showing you the exclusive one. This one is sort of, it's a sort of browny, shimmery one. What I like about these, you can almost use this one as a kind of contour, almost. I think if you were very fair skin, you could. What I like about these is that they just look like your skin. They just don't look like you've got blusher on, and they do last all day. They're pretty water resistant. You can mix them as well, make your own bespoke colour. And Daniel, if you're not sure, and you go onto Daniel's site, you can actually order samples for about £2. But you won't get this shade on Daniel's site. You have to go to Beauty in the Boutique. You can put these on your lips. I'm not going to do that today because my lips are quite dry at the moment. I've been putting a lot of matte shades on. And when your lips are quite dry, they don't look very flattering because it's a liquid. And I need something with a bit more moisture in it. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to finish off this makeup look and come and say goodbye. And I will see you next weekend. So I hope you have a great weekend. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So I decided to put Walk of Shame by Charlotte Tilbury. I have a feeling this is Matte Revolution, but I'm not sure because it feels very moisturising. I'll have to check and I'll put the details below. So that is my finished look, but I just have one thing to finish it off with, and that is Daniel Sandler. Jack is back, by the way. Can you hear? Daniel Sandler watercolour blush in Icing, which is his highlighter. This wasn't a freebie. I bought this one. But it's very good. Liquid again. One drop on the hand, like so. And I'm going to use that absolutely minuscule amount. First of all, you just put a little line there. He does sell a brush that you can put this on with, but I quite like putting it on with my fingers. And then here, you can build this up, but I just want it quite natural today. And I'm going to put some to highlight that brow, right at the top there. So I tend to dab it on with one finger and then blend it in with another, so I don't get too much, because you literally need a tiny amount of this stuff. It's very pigmented. Okay, and a little bit down here, up here, and on the chin. And that's me. Oh, hang on, one other thing. I've just wiped it off as well. One more thing I want to use it for, because I didn't sleep well last night, and it always helps. And here, just to make me look a bit more awake. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you very soon. Take care and have a great week. Bye bye.